Hey guys, Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and this is Tactical Tuesday, a weekly series that's not about great gameplay, but instead gameplay we can learn from. And right here, first mistake. It's a smart idea in Search to rush deep into the enemy spawn right off the bat, to get further out than they think you will. Grab a lightweight marathon class, switch to your knife. If you didn't know, switching to your knife in this game makes you run farther for sure, maybe faster. But I didn't do that. Instead, I just kind of waited it off the top, and that's why I tried to get this, the jump on this guy. I was waiting for him to come in this room, and I do that again. But I got a glimpse of him, so I just walked out there, hip fired him, and it worked out okay. What happens in a moment, I think, is unique to me. I think he was looking at me because I have a YouTube channel. I don't know. I'm sure he would have killed me. Trust me, everyone puts on their try-hard pants when they play against me. But, I think he was just kind of, this, oh my god, it's WoodysGamertag type thing going on. And, yeah, so that was stupid to grab that gun, to stay in the window that long. Mistakes were made. But let's advance. I lose this round. I'm dead. Let's go somewhere else. All right, round 3. Now this game's halfway over, even though I've only played one round. And what happens here is I catch the bomb carrier, and I notice him. I'm sort of waiting to see what the heck the bomb carrier is going to do. He breaks left, I come with him, and there it is. That's my tendency in Search and Destroy, to back up the bomb carrier. I don't know that it's always the right thing to do, but roaming in numbers and getting plants and pushing this stuff along can't be too bad of an idea. I have this sort of counter in my head, like how far they can possibly be, right? If they sprint from their spawn, how far are they going to get? And you can see these gunfights are all to my advantage, right? First, I spray the guy down. Then after that, I have the height advantage. And for some reason in COD, that really, really works. I wish I could explain it better than I did. Is it because you get more headshots and there's a headshot multiplier? Is it because of the visibility? Is it because of both? It's hard to be really sure, but rushing in there, getting a 3-piece, I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that, they were walking up the stairs and, I'm hip firing them as they try to do it. Works out awesome. Search is a lot like other games. I used to feel more scared in Search that, oh my god, I'm going to die. Every life is so valuable, etc. Now, not quite as much. And I'm here looking for that other guy. Block that poor guy. I know that bomb is planted, and I expect him to come rushing, and you can see he just got a 2-piece on these guys. But rush the enemy skulls, finish them off. That's that. I had this assumption that he would be wounded, and that I would be a bullet or two ahead on the gunfight as I started it. I don't know if that was the case or not, but it worked out like I hoped it would. You rush in there and finish him off. So support the bomb carrier and keep in mind where your opponent can be, right? That's a big deal. How far, you know how far you can get in the first 10 seconds, 15 seconds. If you both sprint to each other, you have a rough idea of where you'll find one another. That's huge in Search, even more so than other game types. So keep that stuff in mind. And oh, this is theater mode recording. My aim wasn't quite that bad in real life. And now I have a UAV. I decided to call it because I wanted a fair amount of people to be alive. And, it's 2-2. It's a good time to call it. It's going to help us win by a ton. It's a bad time to call in the UAV sometimes. Let's say that you've got 3 people alive and they have 1. Then, you might be wasting it to some effect. But anyway, with the UAV up, now I've got a care package in my pocket. And things are going nicely. And mostly they're going nicely because I have the advantage of knowing where they are. I feel like in every gunfight I've gotten to in this game so far, part of my advantage has been that I expected them. I knew how far they could sprint off, so I'm there ready to hit fire, ready to take them out. Whereas they, maybe aren't that in that same spot, right? That was an assist, so was the previous one. But I think part of, why it would have gone my way anyway is, he led with that stun. I saw it coming. I shoot from the hip, and things go like they're supposed to. Expecting where your opponent is going to be, I think, is bigger in Call of Duty than get zapping on target faster. Even better than reacting really well is predicting really well. That's what I'm trying to say. And here I'm just trying to figure out where this last guy is. This bomb's going to go off. He needs to have some sort of plan, and he didn't have a good plan at all. Even if I let him do that, I think the bomb would have blown him up. He should have either kept his streak alive or made his attack a whole lot faster. You can't rush in there too early. But by the way, on the alternate side of that tip, a lot of times these games are longer than you think they are. There is a temptation to panic and rush and get really over the top with your fright when, oh my god, they planted the bomb and you have whatever it is, 45 seconds to work the defuse, or 1 minute. I don't know what it is on top of my head. Anyway, That 45 seconds is longer than you might think it is. You don't have to sprint in there right away. Take your time and be smart. So the care package dropped an orbital VSAT, which is a gigantic advantage. And you can see my team's winning. Here's the orbital VSAT in action right there. Boom. Yeah, so that was really nice. And that's, you know, purely because I've got that thing. So now I have a sentry gun. I'm going to set it up and defend this bomb. And there we go. So they're going to have a really tough time. You know, the bomb planter's right there. He's defended by a sentry gun. I'm working what I think is, you know, pretty much the only viable path for that last guy. And that's game. So to recap, if there was one thing that I did right in this game, it was predicting where my opponent would be based on how long ago they spawned. That was kind of the big deal. And in every fight I got into, I knew they'd be there because I knew how long they'd be alive and about what pace they were going to reach a given spot. And I think the fact that I did that better than the other guy is why things went my way. If you enjoyed the video, I appreciate your likes. Two that you may have missed. On the left, Valve is entering the console market. They will immediately drop with a user base bigger than Xbox. Check it out. I tell you all about it. And on the right, Mail Monday, one of my most popular series. Check those out. Have a good day. Oh, and if you're new, subscribe by clicking on that blue box in the top right corner. More good stuff coming your way.